Hello, welcome back to my Code Diaries, your ultimate guide to digital experience excellence, your go-to channel for all the things in Code.net and anything related to DXP. This is the video from front-end development video series. This video is continuation of a last topic. In last video, we have started walkthrough of GitHub desktop along with Visual Studio Code. So this is the continuation of the last video. We are going to continue now on how to use Visual Studio Code along with GitHub. If you are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing to the channel and click on notification bell. And if you are liking this video series, please do share this with your friends who are freshers or trying to learn front end or upskilling their skills to front end. So let's start today's episode. Okay, now we will start with VS Code. So you can open your VS Code. So first of all, why VS Code with GitHub? So there are a few reasons why we should pick VS Code with GitHub. First is a integrated source control. VS Code comes with built-in Git support, so you can stage, commit and push changes without leaving the editor. So without leaving VS Code, you can work with the Git. Second point is effortless collaboration. So quickly sync your local project with GitHub repository, making it easy to collaborate with others and contribute to open source projects. Third point is real-time change tracking. You can see exactly what lines you have modified, added or removed. VS Code visually highlight those changes, helping you to stay organized. The next point is extension and GitHub integration. So there are powerful extensions like GitHub, pull request, GitHub pilot and many more that deeply integrate GitHub into your editor, making advanced workflow very easy. So this is why we pick Visual Studio Code with GitHub. Now how you will connect to the GitHub? So this is your Visual Studio Code. Here you see account, sign in to use Copilot, and here you can log in with GitHub. So I have just logged in with GitHub. Okay, what I'm going to do is our repository is created by my Code Diaries. So what I will do is my editor, I will use my another account. So I will select this. Okay, let me see. Okay, if you see here, the GitHub, there are two things. GitHub is logged in with this account, and also the Copilot chat is also available. Okay, we will not go into the Copilot chat. Okay, so you are connected now to GitHub. Now let's open the repository. So file, I will open my repository. So we were using learn front end, so that is open. And if you see this thing, so this is explorer, this is search, and this one, this is basically your source control. So if I click on source control, it actually tells you where are you working, like so initial comment, working branch. So it is tell you where are you working on. Okay, this is the branch. Fine. So we this is tagged to working branch. If you remember, in just few minutes back we have created the working branch. Now this learn front end, you have the readme file. Okay, what we are going to do now, that we will create a simple HTML and we will see how we can connect that to GitHub. So we are going to write simple code here. So our learn front end is our repository. Okay, inside this folder, what I'm going to do is, if you see here the options, I'm going to create one folder. I will name it as src. So whatever source code will be there, I will be adding in this folder. Now within src, I'm again adding one folder named css. So I will be adding my css inside this folder. So again in src, I am adding a folder called assets. In case of any assets, I will add here. Then maybe I will add scripts. Okay, and then let me add a file. Okay, I will name it as index.html. Okay, so this is my index file. Then in the script I will add a simple file, say main.js. Okay, then in CS I will again add, so right click also you can add it, new file, main.css. Okay, so 3 files are added. So now if you see here, there is a U that is untracked. It is not tracked. These files are not tracked. Okay, and if you go here, so you can add this because these files are not there on the GitHub, so it can commit it. Okay, so first of all, let's complete few things. So let's add a simple code in HTML. I have already written a code. This is just for demo, so we'll just write it. Okay, maybe when we have some detailed explanation about the HTML, then we will talk about this. Okay, but I've just written a simple HTML here. Fine. Control S will save it. Sorry, I have done it on wrong place. It's not in main.js, but I have to write in index.html. So in index.html we will write this code, a simple HTML. Okay, main.cs I have written some simple CSS. So let me add the CSS also. Control S. Then in JSS I am just adding a console log. Okay, let's not go into the detail of the syntax. Okay, just simply remember I have just added the index.html. Okay, so I have done everything in the Visual source code, right? There is nothing which is I have done in the Explorer. Okay, but did it created all the things in the Explorer or not? So that we are going to see now. Okay, so this is our folder. Now if you see here, src is created, css asset script folder is created, index.html is created, asset we don't have anything, css we have main.css, script main.css. So it's so easy that everything is happening in the Visual Studio Code only. That's the easiness Visual Studio Code provides. Now what we are going to do is we are going to upload this into the GitHub source control. Now let's talk about stage and commit. So what is stage? Stage means selecting specific changes that you want to prepare for your next commit. So you have made multiple changes, but you only want to save some specific changes, then you go for a stage. And commit, if you want to save everything whatever you staged it, then that is commit. So commit create a permanent checkpoint in the Git. So if you see, this is where your source control is. If I click here, every file, if you see here, there is button, okay, which says that stage changes. So if you click on this, it will stage that. If you click on this, it will stage that. It will click on this, it will stage that. Then there is a commit button. So if I am want to do all the, I want to check in all the things, then I will do a commit. And before commit, I have to put some message here. What it says is message control plus enter to commit on working branch. So whatever branch I am working, so which branch I am working here, working branch. So if I want to commit this in my working branch, or it means saving this in your repository, local repository, then I will say that initial update in my local repository, and I will say commit. Say there are no stage changes to commit. Only you like to stage all your changes and commit them directly. If I selected any file, then only those will get committed. Now it is asking us that whether you want to commit everything because you have not staged anything. Yes. If you see, it makes a commit local whatever I have comment I have given initial update in my local repository. Okay, so now if I go here, the changes are completed. So this is how you will commit. Okay, but where you have committed this, it is in the local repository. So how you will be pushing those changes to GitHub, and then how will you merging that in the main, that we are going to see next. Okay, now let's see push, pull, fetch and clone in the Visual Studio Code. So for that, if you see here a source control, in the source control you just click on repository. If you click on repository, here you will have an options. If you click on this, pull, push, clone, checkout, we will see checkout later, fetch and any for other commands also. So now we are going to see these commands. So first of all, push. So what is push? If you want to upload your local changes to a remote repository, then you do a push. So basically you are pushing your changes to remote repository. When you will do it? When you want to share your changes with others. Then you have a pull. What does pull does? It downloads the latest changes from remote repository to your local repository and immediately tries to merge it in your local repository. So that is pull. So when you will do this, when you want whatever the others are doing, other developers are did, that you want to pull on your local repository, you will do pull. Then there is something called fetch. So it downloads the latest changes, but it didn't apply your changes to your repository. So that is the difference between pull and fetch, that pull tries to immediately merge the changes. Fetch will just fetch the changes and will not directly apply it on your repository. So when you will do fetch, when you want to see what others have done, then you will go for a fetch. Then there's something called clone. So clone is something where you will copy entire remote repository to your local, and this we will do when you are setting up your repository first time. So this is pull, push, clone and fetch. And there is another thing which is basically not a git command, but it uses the combination, that is sync. So what is sync? Sync does pull and push. So what it does is it pulls the data, it merge the content and then push it to the repository. So two things it does it combinedly, that is your pull plus push. Okay, so what we are going to do is we'll just try to see that we will sync our changes. Okay, so whatever changes which we have done, we will try to push it. Okay, so I click on push. Okay, see what he said. You don't have permission to push the on the repository. Would you like to create a fork and push it to instead? So now we are going to see two things. One, why how we can give the permissions to the user. Okay, if you remember, I have used another user to work with the Visual Studio Code. So that we need to see how we can collaborate with other users, and then what is fork, that we are going to see now. We will stop here for today. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and share it with someone who is also starting their front-end journey. If you got any questions or suggestions, drop them in the comments below. I will read it and I will try to reply it as many as I can. Subscribe to my Sitecode Diaries for more videos in this course, and click the bell icon so you never miss an update. If you want to have access to exclusive videos, hit the join button and become a channel member today. This is Jitendra Ganekar. Let's keep learning, building and growing together in the world of development. See you in the next video.